I suppose it was when I was in high school and I started asking myself a lot of questions about life that I started getting interested in philosophy. And then from that, I found Chinese philosophy, Taoist philosophy, and it really spoke to me. And so I think that was my entry point into Chinese culture. So I grew up by Victoria, which is the provincial capital of British Columbia in Canada. And I first got interested in, I suppose, Chinese philosophy just from my own personal reading. And from that, I got interested in martial arts, and that led me to traditional Chinese martial arts and Tai Chi and these types of practices. And then after many years of practice, my teacher at the time, he said, Martin, you're so interested in natural healing, because I was, herbal medicine and these things. And he said, have you ever considered studying Chinese medicine? And at the time, I wasn't familiar with Chinese medicine at all. And when I would read books about Chinese medicine, to tell you the truth, I found it very abstract. It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but it was very intriguing. There's a lot of, it's really rich in philosophy and theory, as you know. This ancient knowledge, and if it's been passed on for so long, then I want to know, does it actually work and what is it? And so I thought, what a chance in a lifetime. So I jumped on it and I said, yes, I want to do it. And at the time I thought I would only be in China for 1 year, maybe 2 years maximum. And that 1 or 2 years quickly turned into 17 years. So I'm still here. So it's been an amazing experience so far. I suppose you could say there's a number of things that have kept me in Changsha. And so I've had the fortune of meeting my Taiji Shifu, and he's a very great man, and he's really taught me a lot about how to be a person, you know, how to think, how to interact with people, and then of course the philosophy of Taiji, and then the art itself. So I'm really grateful for him. And so I wanted to stay so I could continue my studies and learn the complete art. And then I also had the fate of meeting my now wife. And so, of course, we fell in love, and now we have 2 beautiful daughters. And the third reason is Chinese medicine is a wonderful and very profound and deep and rich art. It's a medicine, but there's an art to it as well. And it has a lot of history. It's embedded with culture and these things. And it's one of those things where you just can never learn enough. And so I always wanted to go further and deeper with my studies. Yeah, there are so many ways where my experience of living in China and learning Chinese medicine in China has enriched me. And I think what I noticed immediately was the connection between climate, weather, and health and food. And so especially here in Hunan, there's such a huge diversity of food, and we will often eat, you know, what is in season. And so of course you eat the different vegetables and things like that are in season, and according to the changes in the weather patterns. I mean, it's an extremely hot and humid place in the summer, and it's also a damp, cold place in the winter. And if we don't take care of our internal environment, you will quickly notice that your body feels very uncomfortable. So the direct connection between food and how much Chinese medicine is actually put into the food. And even like a lot of Chinese herbs are used in cooking. And I thought that was really great to see, because as a Canadian, obviously we don't have that habit. Changsha has been an amazing place because it's given me so many treasures, you know, things that are unexpected. So for example, so much of what we know from the Western Han Dynasty, which is a really important part in the formation of Chinese medicine, and also a lot of what we know as, you know, the Qigong practices, comes from the tomb that was excavated here, the Ma Wangdui tomb. And then there's so many things that were built on it. So one of the most important classics in Chinese medicine, the Shanghanlun, right? It was written by Zhang Zhongjing here in Changsha, 2,000 years ago. And so to explore the history and the culture starting from then and then building on it, I think this city and this part of China has a lot to offer. So definitely I would invite all my international friends, if you get a chance, come visit Changsha. And what's interesting is Victoria and Changsha are friendship cities. So I consider myself a bridge between the two cities. Now is an exciting time. So one of the things that I'm trying to accomplish is hopefully start a program here and to try to link up the Hunan University of Chinese Medicine with universities in Canada and maybe other countries around the world in the future, but try to get a student exchange program going on where students from here can experience Chinese medicine in Canada, and likewise invite students of Chinese medicine in Canada to come and experience Chinese medicine here in Changsha, just like I did. And I think by that way, they can also have a really great cultural experience and deepen their understanding of what Chinese medicine is and learn it here in China. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to.